What's happening, guys? This is Bharat Nagpal for iGAN.in, and this is the Sensation XE smartphone by HTC, which is a revision of the HTC Sensation, highly popular dual-core device from HTC. Now, this one is their first phone to be launched in India after their tie-up with Beats Audio, which is a division of Monster Cables. They do some earphones and headphones in collaboration with Dr. Dre. With the HTC Sensation XE, not only do you get the Beats audio engine inside the device, you also get a pair of Beats by Dre in-ear earphones. Now, these earphones are exceptionally great quality earphones, and they are included in the box of the HTC Sensation XE. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into the full review of the device and take a look at what makes the Sensation XE such a sensation. Usually we talk about the build quality of the device, but this time around we're going to talk about the earphones first. In-ear earphones are better than any other earphones that HTC has ever shipped with their devices. Better than the innovation earphones, of course. These have a very solid and heavy metal base construction on the top of the earphone over here, and you do have in-ear style earphones. Unfortunately, you don't get additional tips for small, medium, and large sizes, which was quite a disappointment. And as you can see, you have the Beats logo on the back of each earphone, and you also have this really convenient control in the center of the cable. This is to send in end calls and play, pause, forward and rewind tracks, and you also have a microphone on the back to talk during calls. And you don't have a gold-plated 3.5mm connector, but this is a standard 3.5mm connector and will work with any other device with a 3.5mm port. Now, these earphones are called the iBeats, and they are included for free with the Sensation XE, and we really like them. Let's get into the device. Let's talk about the build quality first. The HTC Sensation XE is exceptionally well built and is exactly the same device as the HTC Sensation. When we talk about build quality, you have the unibody back panel and robust construction. You also have this outward tapered glass, which is tapered outwards on all four sides to make it very comfortable to your finger. And you do have a bunch of different aesthetics over here. You have the red earpiece over here and the red buttons at the bottom. You of course have the Beats audio branding and a red camera ring at the back. Nothing different over there. Of course, in the front you have the Gorilla Glass display. This is a Super LCD Gorilla Glass display, capacitive touchscreen. The resolution is 540 by 960, which is actually a QHD resolution for this device. This device also features an upgraded processor, which is a 1.5 GHz dual-core processor. Sensation had a 1.2 GHz processor. This one has a 1.5 GHz dual-core processor. And you also have the Adreno 220 GPU. The processor is the Qualcomm MSM 8260, and it is the Snapdragon processor. Let's talk about the interface. Everything is the same when you talk about the interface. You have the same HTC Sense UI based on Android 2.3, which is Gingerbread. You will obviously get the upgrade to Ice Cream Sandwich. You do have this carousel effect from the new Sense, and the drop down panel with the notifications. Your recently used applications are over here, quick settings are over here. A very convenient interface for the Android operating system. You have your music player widget, your people widget, your date and time widget. We of course have the live weather wallpaper running in the background. This is included with HTC Sense, and it's not been downloaded separately. And you have the standard applications that are given by HTC. You have the HTC Hub, FriendStream, which is your social networking widget. You have the flashlight app, which can be used to turn on the LED flashlight, which is very convenient as well. Overall, performance-wise, this device is much faster than the Sensation, and as you can see, we can see this is the dialer screen. In terms of performance, the device is much faster than the Sensation. And check out the full review of the Sensation that we did, and we'll just go through the major differences. In terms of performance, you do have a faster processor, so your overall benchmark scores should improve, and overall performance is much better when you are multitasking on this device. So I'm just going to quickly run a quadrant benchmark test. So as you can see, the result over here is pretty impressive. 2272 is this result on the stock ROM of the HTC Sensation XE. 2272 is what we get on the Quadrant benchmark score. I'm also going to run Nina Mark 2, which is going to test the GPU. So the Nina Mark score is 27.3 FPS, and we'll also do a NeoCore test. So NeoCore says 61.3 FPS for the device. When we talk about the display is exceptionally bright and vivid, as you can possibly see in the screen over here, and the high-performing processor adds to that with the nice graphics processor, which is the Adreno 220. So you'll see that it loads websites without any problem. It should load it up in the mobile mode, and you'll see kinetic scrolling, and overall text quality is brilliant on this device. I'm just going to quickly switch to the regular website over here, and also switch from portrait to landscape. Looking at overall web browsing capabilities, this also supports the latest version of mobile Flash, which is Flash 11. Adobe has also already said that they're not going to be continuing mobile versions of Flash, so we don't know what the future of Flash is, but it does work brilliantly on the present systems, and it works great on this device. As you can see, kinetic scrolling while the full website is loading is also brilliant. There is no lag whatsoever. This will also reflow text in the HTC format, and so that you can read it without any issues over here. So that's the internet browser. Now let's look at a couple of videos on YouTube so that you can look at the display on this device. So I'll load up the HTC Sensation video on this so that we have a good comparison, and it's loading in high quality over Wi-Fi networks.
What's happening, guys? This is Bharat Nagpal for iGyan.in, and today we'll be reviewing the new HTC Sensation. This is the first dual-core smart.
So as you can see, video playback is smooth and audio quality is great, and overall display looks brilliant on this device. This device is great, especially because the battery life is much improved over the previous device, and we got a larger talk time of about 4.5 hours compared to the 3.5 hours that we got on the Sensation. We also especially enjoyed listening to music on the included in-ear earphones from HTC with the Beats Audio, and they sound great and perform great as well. We had no issues with that. In terms of battery life, network connectivity, the earpiece is very loud and clear. The microphone picks up your sound, and the speakerphone is also very, very loud, and we had no issues with the audio quality or the networks for that matter. In terms of the camera is an 8 megapixel camera. It will record video on full HD, and as you can see that it is an autofocus camera with tap to focus. You can also switch from photo mode to video mode, and you also have the zoom lever over here. You also can add effects in the standard HTC format. You can add dots and play around with all those effects in this camera application, a pretty interesting camera application from HTC. We've been seeing this application on all their devices, so there's nothing special over here, but an overall enjoyable camera. Camera quality is absolutely brilliant, and you will see exceptionally great pictures from the camera and even better video quality. So that's the camera. I'm just going to quickly play a game and show you how gaming is on this device. As you can see, the game was a bit smaller than the screen, as not all applications will support the resolution, which is the QHD resolution. So you'll have to find applications and games that do support that resolution to fully enjoy the display on this device. But game playback on even high graphic games is not an issue with the processor and the graphics engine. So this was a quick review of the new HTC Sensation XE with the Beats audio. If you want a device which will replace your MP3 player, possibly an iPod Touch, and your smartphone, then the Sensation XE is an exceptionally great device. It has a great camera at the back and a front-facing camera, and this will enable video calling once you can upgrade it to Ice Cream Sandwich. So you'll be able to make video calls on the Sensation XE. Right now it works over VoIP services like Skype and Fring. The display is Gorilla Glass, scratch resistant and impact resistant 4.3 inch display with a QHD resolution. Absolutely brilliant looking screen over here. And of course you have the red accents on the buttons as well as the earpiece and the back denoting the Beats audio partnership with HTC. So this was a quick look. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyan.in. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/iGyan, youtube.com/iGyanTV. If you have any questions or queries, log on to our forums at igyanforum.com. And if you have any comments or feedback, leave those in the comment section below. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter and on Google+. The links to those are in the description below or at the end of this video. For iGyan.in, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you for watching.